I thought I would give you a quick little tour of my craft room, because it's only a little craft room, so there's not a whole lot to see, but I do have my own room and I thought I would show it to you. So this is the entrance to my craft room, just off the main stairs coming downstairs, and I painted the wall like a lime green color because it was nice and bright, and because it's downstairs in the basement I wanted something nice and bright. So I painted the wall and then I put this big design on the wall, and that actually wraps around, so I'll show that to you in a minute. But when you come in the door first, actually just let me go this way, I don't want to make you sick. Oh, and there's my wall with all the handprints on. This room used to be a small bedroom, and we had converted it into a playroom for the kids when they were very young. And we put all their handprints and footprints on the wall, and I don't have the heart to paint over it. Because they're so tiny. And they're so big now. Anyway, so that's a little bit of nostalgia there. But when you come into my craft room, I'm just going to turn you around here, because again, like I said, this room is very small. This is the first thing you see when you come in the door. It's just a big cabinet that I put there. It's a bookshelf, but it has these 12 by 12 cubes in it. And right up at the top is my cross-stitch, I guess, supplies. Like, that's some charts and kits that are in those two cubes at the top. Some extra Ada and things there in the tubes in the middle. Then when you come down, I've got scrapbooking supplies here. So this is like my stamps. These are clear stamps and embossing folders for my embosser. These are rubber stamps for stamping, of course. I have several sets of those. These are some of my scrapbook albums that I've worked on over the last few years. Lots of those. Magazines, mostly scrapbooking magazines. Don't have any cross-stitch magazines there. And the cabinet itself just contains more scrapbooking supplies, extra pages for my albums and a couple of extra album covers, mostly things like that. I keep some wrapping paper there in the corner. And then that's my lap stand. I just have that laid on the floor in here. So let me turn around so I can show you the rest of the room. God, I don't want to make anybody sick. So, okay. So as we come into the room, again, this is that piece, so it kind of wraps around the wall there. I painted that on there. I have this cabinet here, which is again a bookshelf, and it's just a small short bookshelf, and basically these cases here, these are all big 12 by 12 cases, and these ones all have scrapbooking papers that are sorted by main color type. But these are ones that have already been cut or partially used, because I use up all my scraps, because I use a fair bit of paper in my scrapbooking to decorate. So I have them all sorted. All of my large plain paper that is 12 by 12 that isn't cut is in that little, I guess, basket down there, all sorted by color type. And then I have another bag that I keep patterned paper in. So that's what I have on top of this, is all of those. On top here are my project bags I made a couple weeks ago. These have my current whips in them, the ones that I'm trying to get stitched, that I'm focusing on for this year. That's what's in those bags. This is a lot of my extra floss and how I store it for my cross stitch. I have one of these 12 by 12 boxes, and I have all my floss put in with the number and the name of the chart that they were pulled for, but I'm not concentrating on those charts at the moment, so I've put all of the colors back in here just for the time being, so they're in one case out of the way. This is a folder where I keep my 12 by 12 scrapbook pages that I have planned to work on. They're all in here sorted with the, see if I can show you, with the pictures and everything. So this isn't actually, this box right now contains our Disney album from when we went to Disney. So all of my pages are already pre-sorted in there and I can just work on them. The bottom of this cabinet just has other random things. Scrapbooks I'm currently working on. Some binders with page layout ideas or magazine clippings that I've seen that I've liked. Some extra computer paper and some decorative things like washi tape and stuff like that. I keep those in these boxes down here in the bottom. Then as we turn, we come into this part. There's a scrapbook page that I made and I framed it. So this is my actual crafting desk. It's a big desk that I got from I guess a government building that was closing down, and they were getting rid of all the old furniture and stuff. It's great because this tabletop is really handy for working on. It's really smooth and it cleans well. These are just some of my scrapbook pages I was working on this week. Here we go. So this shelving unit I have on here is actually the shelving unit that came off of the top of my daughter's water bed when she had it. And I painted it white, and each cubby holds different things. Like this is all paper clips, glue, files, scissors, scrapbooking adhesive, pens, rulers. I've tossed everything in there in a couple of little buckets. These are picture holders that hold current pictures that are sorted for albums but haven't made their way into albums yet. They're all sorted chronologically. Some extra paper. This one over here contains all of my extra notebooks, scrap paper that I use in my Midori, those sorts of things. On the top I have a basket with all of my coloring supplies for my coloring book. My pens and pencils and everything are in the big box, and I have some more pens and gel pens over here. An extra lamp, the router for our internet, stapler. These are all my stickles, glitter stuff, you know, decorative things for my scrapbooking, as well as big cases of beads that I can use in my cross stitch or in my scrapbooking with another lamp. Now, so I'll go around in a circle, so we're going around, but I'm going to back up a little bit. Underneath my desk, I've got a rolly cart pushed in there that has a case at the bottom which has my other whips and extra fabric for cross stitching. This bin here holds sandwich baggies, other bags and doodads, and this one up here has painting supplies and stamps that you use with paint. And then on the other side of my desk I have a big box full of papers and stuff from the kids and other photographs from my childhood and my husband's childhood that have not made their way into albums yet. On top of my desk I have my extra scrapbooking decorative supplies in 2 accordion folders, large stickers and die cuts, as well as small ones, and they are all pre-sorted according to, I don't know, holiday, time of year, seasons, that sort of thing. My trimmer, my paper cutters, that's all there. Okay, now we're going to go around. That's my running medals from my Telly 10 I did last year. So this is on the opposite wall. opposite from my desk, and this is again mostly scrapbooking supplies here. I have 6 bins that have everything from card making supplies to pens and pencils and eyelets and stamps and tags, inks, that sort of thing. Those are all contained in these 6 bins. Next to those I have my rest of my cross stitch supplies. These 3 buckets here, or containers, these were scrapbook containers, and I basically turned them into holders for my projects. So this one has all of my colors for one of my Hades, Christmas Carol. This second one here has all of the floss for my Old World map, and this one has the floss for my Santa, my Mirabilia. These boxes are leftover floss that I have bobbinated still, and I'm trying to move away from the bobbins and go more to the baggies, so I don't have to waste time bobbinating anymore. So these bobbins here, as I need to use those colors, I will sort them into bags. This over here now, so this is my Cricut machine, which does cutting and embellishments for my scrapbooks. Now, your Cricut, you have to buy cartridges to use with that, and I have some cartridges down here in the smaller part of this cubby, but I actually have a program on my laptop that overrides, I guess, the Cricut's use or need for a cartridge. So I have a printer cable here. The printer cable actually fits in the back of the Cricut. So the printer cable actually attaches my Cricut to my computer, my laptop, and any font that is a true type font, I can actually type it on my laptop and this thing will cut it out for me. Which is how, I'm going to swing you back around here without making you sick maybe. Ugh, anyway, which is how I did like these letters for Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, and how I cut out the tree. That was all cut out on my Cricut using that system. I don't know if I did any more. Oh yes, I did. On this one, the Zeus Landing, I found a font that looked like Dr. Zeus letters, and I cut those out with my Cricut at a scrapbook paper and pasted them on. So that's that. That's how my Cricut works. Now I'll try to go back again. Oh, doing this is like trying not to make people sick, right? There we go. So that's my Cricut. Underneath that's where I keep my Cricut cartridges and some other painting supplies. I've got some acrylic paints there, some Mod Podge, some more inks. This was an old computer desk, and I just basically use it as a small workspace when I'm crafting. Underneath that, on the shelves where you would normally house a printer and paper, I do have a printer. There's my printer and my laptop. I have cards that I've made and another large photo box, which you can't really see because it's black, but this is a large photo box. And over here I have large scrapbooking bags, large tote bags that I can use for all of my craft supplies when I travel or when I go to a retreat or something like that, because I used to go to scrapbook retreats twice a year, and I haven't gone to one now in a long time, but hey ho, that's it. So headed back towards the door, I have a cart here that has scrapbook tools at the top, cross-stitch tools in the middle, like extra Q-snaps and hoops, and that is in here. The bottom one just contains extra cords, patch cables, USB cords, things like that. And this is another tote bag for my crafts. I just toss that there because it's an easy place to keep it. This is my yarn. I don't keep a whole lot of yarn. That's my stash for my yarn. But when I want to do some crochet or work on a blanket, there is my big, huge granny square blanket that I'm still working on. It's in that big tub. I just grab scraps and work on that as I need it. So yeah, so that is my craft room. That is it. It is small, it is tiny, and yeah, it works for me. And it's the only room in my house that actually has carpet on the floor. The only one. So at least it's warm on the feet when I'm in here. Anyway, we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.